Hey guys, this month I couldn't read too much because I was traveling a lot. Now we're in May and I'm trying to read more books because I've been in a reading slump as well. I think in April the only books I was able to read were The Deal by L. Kennedy and The Show is by Ashley Jade. I really enjoy Ashley Jade's romance books. I think her books are always so emotional but so fun to read, and I really like that her characters are not usually teenagers, which makes it refreshing because most books are just either in school or in college. I was thinking to get me out of this reading slump, I was going to do a reading blog, so this is my whole week of reading. The books I wanted to include in this week were Bully by Penelope Douglas. I am already like 50% through it. I think I'm still gonna try and finish it this week. It's a little bit like more teenage, easy to read. I think it was good to get me into reading again. And the next book I have is a fantasy book by, let me show you, Bloom and Blood by Eva Chase. It's a romantasy, White Shoes romance, where she gets a second chance with her fated mates. Because in the reality she's in, one of her mates is dead, and the other doesn't know that she's the one that killed him. And then she gets transported to this new reality where she's dead, and she has to discover who murdered her. And she also gets a second chance with her mates that they still don't know are her mates, but she knows they are her mates, so that's what gets it interesting. And the next one is Into the Blue by Emma Brody, which is two childhood friends which one of them just disappears, like the guy disappears, and then both of them start pursuing acting 7 years later and get casted in the same TV show. That one sounds really interesting, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read those 3 books this week. So yeah, that's the reading plan for this week. I'm going to see how many books I can actually finish. I think I'm gonna be able to finish like the 2 books, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish Into the Blue or even start it. So let's see. If it's not this weekend, then I'm gonna read it next week. I just came home from the gym. I started reading from the chapter we left last night, which was chapter 25 till chapter 27. And I don't know how everything could have gone wrong in 2 chapters. I didn't know how to react. I wanted to react the whole time, but I was in public. And yeah, I couldn't wait. I'm in chapter 37 now. I think she's gonna forgive him. We don't know who sent that video of them. I think this is a spoiler, but yeah, someone sent a video of them having sex to the whole school, and they're trying to retrieve the fun to see who did this. I think so far the books has been really predictable. I think I'm gonna rate it at 3.5 stars. It's not a bad book. I really enjoyed it, but yeah, I felt a little bit too young adult. I thought it was a dark romance, but it's more of it's a bully romance. I mean, obviously the title is bully, but I thought it was gonna have more of a dark concept. I'm already 90% through this book, so I think I'm gonna finish it today. Today is Tuesday. So I think before I go to bed, I'll probably finish it and then start the next book. It's finally 9 p.m. So I'm gonna try and finish Bully right now, and I'll let you know how it goes. I just realized there's 4 books of the Fallaway series, so I probably won't read them all in this video, but I really want to continue this series, even though I said it was a little bit young adult. But I had Until You, which is the second Fallaway book in my TBR. Hello, I'll give you like a quick update. I finished reading Bully last night, and I think we're going to start Bloom and Blood by Eva Chase. I'm not usually a romantasy reader. I have read romantasy before, like Fourth Wing and Cruel Prince, but I always end up DNFing when I get really bored. So this type of plot is what usually pulls me in, but when it's done right, when it's like too TikTok writing, I get bored. It's 11:37 on Wednesday, so almost my lunchtime. So I'm gonna start reading now, and I think I'm gonna continue reading at the gym and then before bedtime. So okay, so far I'm in chapter 5, and I think it's a dual POV because right now we have the POV of Salvatore. There's, I think, four guys. There's Asher, Salvatore, Byron, and Cole, and the FMC names is Elodie. This is like a magical kind of world, I think, because they haven't explained. Explain. Oh my God, someone is. Yeah, as I was saying before, I got interrupted because yeah, someone came into my office and saw me recording, but whatever. And yeah, this is a magical world where I think the humans on the face got babies and they are called Lucians. Right now, this is an academy setting. It's called Luminary Academy, where everyone is like studying politics, martial arts. This Elodie in this reality is rich and she never got abandoned by her dad, and her dad was like this rich man. And Elodie in her reality, she was raised by her mother, and her dad abandoned her, and she was poor. And then she met her mates, and she bonded with them. They chose her, but now she's in this new reality where her mates are all alive, and they hate her because she's a spoiled brat. And now she has to discover how the Elodie, oh my god, this is so confusing. The Elodie in this reality got killed, and the aunt told her like she only can go back to her own reality if she discovers how she got killed here. And she's trying to figure out how she got killed, but she has to pretend to be Elodie, so herself, and she has to act like the real Elodie and be all like mean girl with her friends and stuff. And yeah, so far she is really better at magical arts. She can fight better than the real Elodie, and the MMC Salvatore is noticing this and is noticing her on how she's fighting, and yeah, he's getting like furious. For now, I have been really invested in on it. Okay, I think it's already like 11 p.m., so I'm gonna try to read one more chapter before I go to bed. I forgot to mention that when Elodie jumped to the new reality, she like had a tattoo of her that she was like fated with her mates, like a type of rune situation. And when she jumped to this new reality, the rune faded. So it means that in this reality, she's not fated to her mates, or this Elodie hasn't met her mates here. Okay, we just discovered that Cole, one of her mates, is one of the professors in the academy. So there's an age gap here. It says 8-year difference. An 8-year difference between matches is almost as unusual as having four of them. Fate must have been high on shrooms the day she ruled my destiny. I'm on my gym's parking lot right now. I literally just found a parking, and I just got my nails done because there's so many people. I'm in chapter 12. I was able to read 4 chapters last night, and I went to sleep like at midnight. But it's getting better, which I'm excited about because usually I don't stick with fantasy. I don't finish reading usually, so I'll keep reading at the gym. I'll let you know. Okay, it's already nighttime. It's, I think, oh my god. Okay, it's already 8:45 p.m. I managed to read 4 more chapters in the gym, and yeah, I'm in chapter 16. I'm 36% in the book, so I don't think we're gonna manage to read another book this week. Like, work has been chaotic, so maybe on Saturday I think we're gonna be like 50% through. But I've been really liking this story. this fantasy, really, but this one, it has like murder mystery on it, so I think that's making it more interesting for me. And this Elodie now is trying to figure out like who killed the other Elodie in her world, but at the same time, like she's like all her mates are starting like to notice her, and she's trying to stay away from them, but at the same time she feels like this pull. Like so far she has no clues of who could have killed her, but she found this diary in Elodie's, the other Elodie's room, like in her closet, in one of her purses, and it had like encrypted notes and some blurred pictures, and she managed to see which street she was going to, like through the pictures. Yeah, that's the only clue we have. I was like, it looks like she had a relationship with one of the guys from school, but it wasn't serious. And now this Ellie has to figure out like if he had anything to do with her murder. I really like that the plot is feeling the slow burn. I know that she had her mates in her reality, but since she moved realities, it's making the slow burn heavier. So I really like that. Okay, I'm on chapter 18. I think so far I'm suspicious about the dad. He's always away. He's like in this secret thing, society. I don't know what it is. And she just discovered there's this secret society for only men called the Eclipse, and her dad is on it. Her aunt just told her. And before that, in one chapter, he was acting weird towards Ellie. My other idea of who could have murdered Elodie is that maybe she developed her powers by accident and then went out of control and she died. Although they say that she died in a car accident, but it could have happened somehow. Those are my two suspicions for now. Also, like the aunt. Every time like this new Elodie brings an idea of what could have happened to the other Elodie, she would be like, "No, she will never, and she will act really weird about it." But I don't think she did it, but maybe she knows. She has clues that she's not telling this new Elodie. I don't know. But I think I'm going to sleep now. And hopefully tomorrow I have time to keep reading. We are 40% through, so my expectations are higher now. Maybe we'll finish it by Saturday. Bye. Hello, I didn't record anything today, but today is Friday and it's like 11 p.m. Yeah, it's 11:40 p.m. So almost Saturday. I read until chapter 18, and I think this is, yeah, chapter 20. I only read 2 chapters today, and this is Salvatore POV. Yeah, I'm getting bored. I'm 50% through now. I thought it was gonna get better, but I feel like we haven't discovered anything, or they haven't given us any clues or things to be excited about. The only thing that happened that was kind of interesting was that Elodie faced Salvatore and told him like, you have to stand up to your family, blah blah blah. Like he got shocked because Elodie is not supposed to know anything about him. So that's the only bits of romance or part of like the plot that they gave us in 2 chapters, and now they're giving us like Salvatore's background story and stuff. So getting kind of bored. I'm gonna try to continue reading a couple more chapters before going to bed to see if we can make it. We can read the next 40% tomorrow. Maybe it's not gonna happen, but I don't know. Yeah, as I was saying, like last night we read until chapter 24, so we're already like 53% through the book. And now I'm gonna try and read the remaining. So I have until like 1 p.m. It's 11 a.m. right now. I think at 1 p.m. I might have to like make lunch and stuff. So let's see how much I can read in these 2 hours. Okay, so the main character just like sneaked into the men's society, like the Eclipse Society. Byron, which is one of the fated mates that she hasn't met yet, realizes her and he's like, "You're gonna be in so much shit." Yeah, she's still trying to find a murderer. I don't feel like the plot going anywhere with that. I don't know if they're gonna tell us like in the last 10% or what. But update is Saturday night. I just finished the book and it obviously ended in a cliffhanger. So now I kind of want to continue reading the series, but at the same time, I said I was going to read Into the Blue. I don't know what to do. It ended, well, this is a spoiler, but it ended with her having to match or mate, I don't know if that's the word, with one of her fated mates because she basically found out who was the murderer of the other Elodie and he tried to kill her too. And one of the mates was following her. So he tried to save her. And in the process of trying to save her, like he fell into this bank of water and the current was really strong. So she had to try and save, like kill the guy that was trying to kill her, then try to save her mate. And he was drowning and she was drowning too. So it was pretty difficult to save him. So the only way to save him was to activate the bond between them because that will like recharge all their powers. And yeah, basically like they recharged all the powers and they had to bond. And then when they finally made it out of the water, like all the other mates were there as well. Like they could sense something was wrong. And then one of them just says like, someone had a better start explaining what the hell is going on. So yeah, that's how the book finishes, and I kind of want to keep reading the series, but so yeah, now the second book sounds promising. But overall, I think I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say like it's one of the best romanticists I have read, but it got me hooked. So I kind of want to read the second book. I think I'm gonna try and start reading the next book. I said we were gonna read Into the Blue, and if I get too bored, then I'll find the second book of the series, the romantic series, and I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I think tomorrow I'll update you and I'll let you know before I post this.